it's me, Timewarp1 here, and welcome to another episode of me watching stupid videos. Now first, I'd like to thank my friend Fiso90 for bringing this video to my attention. So, let's get started with this stupid video.
God is such an amazing God. He is so good and so loving, and it's amazing to see how fast God answers prayer sometimes.
Well, so far from what I hear, it looks like that we are once again dealing with a religious nutjob who wants to force all of our beliefs on everybody else.
On Wednesday, at the start of Lent, believers all over the world came together, and we have been praying specifically for God to open the eyes of atheists all over the world. Literally in every corner, in every direction, any place that there is an atheist, we've been praying for God to open their eyes and to see that there really is a God, that He does exist, that He loves them.
So what believers are you talking about? So are you saying that you collaborated with believers all over the place to open the eyes of atheists? To tell you the truth, are atheists really all that bad? They're just people that simply like to voice their own opinion. Okay, not that kind of atheist. I'm talking about the atheists that actually have logic. Well, let's keep watching.
And that He is the God of the Bible, that the Bible is true.
You know something? There really is no sure way of proving that the Bible is true. It really all just depends on how you feel inside. But it doesn't exactly prove that it's truthful or even a lie. It really just depends on how you feel. Because all in all, you're just reading a book that's written by people that have been long dead by now.
And just a few days, not even a few days later, God shook the country of Japan. He literally grabbed the country by the shoulders and said, "Hey, look, I'm here."
Wait a minute. Can we see that one more time?
And just a few days, not even a few days later, God shook the country of Japan. He literally grabbed the country by the shoulders and said, "Hey, look, I'm here."
Is she referring to the recent earthquake that Japan suffered? If many of you guys don't know, I'll fill you in. Japan suffered a 9.0 earthquake and a very horrendous tsunami. Recently, in updates on the news, uh, authorities have so far recovered 2,000 bodies washed up on the shore from the tsunami. Now, they believe that it's going to pile to the tens of thousands. Now, is this woman somehow referring that this earthquake and the tsunami was God's way of saying, hey, I exist? But even if that was true, why would God want to kill a bunch of people just to let them know that He's there? If He's just a kind and loving God that you think, don't you think that He'd have a better way of getting His point across than killing people?
Oh, it's just so amazing to see how God can just answer prayers like this.
Is this woman actually saying that she prayed for this to happen? She actually prayed for the deaths of thousands of people just to get a point across that God might exist? Wow, this is one cold-hearted bitch.
And I am just so overjoyed and so encouraged for the rest of this lentil season. I'm going to be praying even harder than I have ever before.
Okay, so am I the only one that thinks this is slightly kind of fucked up? I mean, okay, sure. You want to spread your news of your God to other people, but do you really think this is a good way of doing it? And if this is the case, if you want people to know about your God and want to live in your path, wouldn't you want them to live so that they would actually have the chance and opportunity to practice the religion? What the hell's the point if they're all dead? And now in updates, they're even worried about a nuclear crisis in Japan. This is one fucked up prayer.
And I mean, with just one day of prayer, with 2 days of prayer, to see God literally waking people up and saying, "You are going to hell," just imagine what will happen at the end of the 40 days.
Jesus. Now, if this is how Christians really are, I'd rather be an agnostic. I sure as hell don't want some bitch like this praying for me to die. But hey, whatever happened to voice of your own opinion? And whatever happened to, if you believe in a God, just have a personal relationship and leave other people out of it? Whatever happened to free will? People should be allowed to live their lives as they want to. They shouldn't deserve to die just because they live a certain way. Let fate decide that. But if you're saying that this is what you prayed for, you are one messed up woman, and I think that you really should seek some help. Because I don't really understand how she can just talk about this really horrible disaster with a huge smile on her face. I mean, am I the only one that sees this kind of creepy? Don't you see how big that smile is on her face? And thousands of people have just died in a terrible tragedy? This is kind of fucked up.
My brothers and sisters, I thank you so much for praying with me.
If you prayed for this as well and you know who you are, you deserve to be killed.
And if you haven't started praying for atheists to open their eyes and to turn from their ways, it's never too late to start. You can pray right now. Just pause the video, get on your knees, and pray to God. Ask Him to turn these atheists away from their evil ways. And I believe that at the end of this Lent season, oh my God, I can't even begin to think how vengeful He's going to be on America.
Father God, if you're out there listening, I pray that you find this woman and strike her dead. Folks, honestly, this is one fucked up lady. To really think, I mean, the atheists really bother you that much that you have to pray about it like this? Not that atheist. I mean, the decent ones that aren't wandering around trying to shove this shit down your throat. I mean, honestly, atheists really aren't all that bad of a people. I've met quite a few atheists in my time, and they're very decent people. And they're not, jumping on me saying, oh, how do you believe in that nonsense known as Jesus, or whatever God that you believe in? You're stupid. You're stupid for believing in it, and you need to open up your eyes. I've never met any atheists like that, or even seen, any atheists like that. Not that atheist. But you know what I mean. A majority of atheists are fairly decent people. And actually, there's actually a number of Christians that actually do live in Japan. It's not the whole majority of religions out there, but they do, they exercise other religions, known, as Buddhism, Taoism, Confucianism, they believe in, some kind of God. So why would you pray that they, you know, I mean, is there really a big atheist turnout out there in Japan? I don't even think this woman even did any research. Judging from this video, she has absolutely no idea what she's talking about. And also the fact that she says that she's gonna pray harder, so that means that she wants even more disasters like this to happen.
Because we have a lot of atheists here in America.
So, what if we have atheists? They're not bothering you. Not that atheist. But seriously, what have they ever done to you? Just because they don't believe in your God? Shouldn't all that matter that you maintain your personal relationship with your God and you'll be fine? Isn't that the whole idea? Oh, you must be those type of missionary people that are trying to bring people to the Lord, and you are a sinner and you're going to hell if you don't believe in this. Ah.
I mean, Japan is a fantastic place to start, but I mean, once he hits Europe, once he hits America, it's just going to be crazy. It's going to be insane, and people, you better be ready, because by the time Easter comes, every person will know that God is real.
Personally, I hope that when God comes, he takes this bitch along with her. Okay, what does it matter about Easter? Are you talking about that holiday where the Easter Bunny comes out and gives eggs to the little children? Yes, folks, when the Easter Bunny comes, that's when we'll know. So I guess all this time, God is the Easter Bunny. Now it all makes sense to me. And I just thought it was just some guy in a suit that likes to color hard-boiled eggs and give it out to the little children. Nope. It's been God all this time, trying to get you to realize the error of your ways. You fucking atheist. How dare you have an opinion of your own?
The Bible says that on that day, every knee shall bow and every tongue confess that Jesus Christ is Lord.
Hey, don't forget the Easter eggs.
God, I thank you so much. I thank you for your amazing love, for your ability to answer prayers so fast. God, you are such an amazing, awesome God. I love you so much. I am just so encouraged. I just want to pray all day long.
And now I'm going to end the video here, because quite frankly, I can't really take much more of this shit. I mean, there's about maybe 40 more seconds left in the video, but the bitch just goes on and on and on about praying and, you know, a whole bunch of other garbage. I don't really listen. But, well, if you've stayed as long as I have, well, this is one very sick and twisted woman, and this is the kind of person that gives religion a very bad name. Because, you know, I've known a lot of people that are into their religion, but they would never want to pray for something like this. As far as I'm concerned, a lot of people, how they feel about atheists, they're just like, well, hey, if they're an atheist, let them be an atheist, you know? Doesn't bother me as long as I'm maintaining my own personal relationship with God and living, you know, a nice, correct, and clean life. I'll be fine. I'll get into heaven. Hey, I'll be good. So, hey, if someone else wants to be an atheist, well, hey, right on for them. That's their opinion. But no, that would make too much sense. So apparently, Christians need to pray about these fucking atheists because they're bad people. And they're going to hell for not believing in the Lord Jesus Christ. Whatever happened to, you know, free will, and you have a right to say whatever the hell you want to say. If people don't believe in God, hey, it's not hurting you. Doesn't change your opinion on God. If you believe in God, hey, good for you. And if you don't believe in God, hey, good for you. Whatever happens, happens. You have no right to be walking around telling people that they're going to hell for not when you don't even know if it even exists or not. No one will ever know until you die. And when you die, it's not like you can come back and tell us if it exists or not. It really all just depends on how you feel about things. Well, I'm afraid that that's all that I really want to say about this video because I might vomit if I go on a little more, but I'm sure you've gotten the general idea. There's nothing wrong with atheists, except maybe this one. But like I said, hey, if you're an atheist, nothing wrong with that, as long as you're not trying to shove your beliefs down my throat, like this guy. And hey, if you believe in a religion, hey, well, good for you. Just don't try to shove it down my throat like this woman just did. And, well, in closing, I really, you know, want to send my thoughts out, and I am thinking about the people that lost their lives in the tsunami and earthquake of Japan, because thousands of people did lose their lives, and I'm sure a lot of them didn't really deserve it. So, I am thinking about those people, and I do wish them all the best of luck. So, I'd like to thank Fiesel190 for sending me this video. This is Timewarp1 signing out.
Religion has actually convinced people that there's an invisible man living in the sky who watches everything you do every minute of every day. And the invisible man has a special list of 10 things he does not want you to do. And if you do any of these 10 things, he has a special place full of fire and smoke and burning and torture and anguish, where he will send you to live and suffer and burn and choke and scream and cry forever and ever till the end of time. But he loves you. There is no God. None, not one, no God, never was.